13 minutes past the hour, and we're going to get into a little bit of a conversation with Coach Kevin as we're talking about things that, things that we need, right, Coach? There are things that we need in life. There's things that we need in our business.
Well, that's what everyone thinks anyway, because that's the number one thing you'll hear is, what does this economy need? What does my business need? What does my relationship need? Need. Today, I think I'm going to blow up whether or not you actually need. Is that this word need is its own problem. If you're going to be a powerful leader, if you're going to be someone who creates their life and takes full responsibility for it, someone who knows that they're the only problem they're going to ever have, and that they also are the solution, you're going to have to get off of this word need really fast, because need is probably the victim word out being used is the number one way to signal that I'm in trouble and I need someone to help me is need. And the truth is there's very little. In fact, I'm going to say there's nothing that you actually need. And we'll talk about that in just a minute.
Awesome. Well, we're
So, hey, here's the thing. Need. Give me some things that you think you may need, Rigo. What's something you need? Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I need some rest.
Some rest. There's a good one. I need a break. That's a lot, right? I need more money. I need
a break would be good.
What else? Like, what are some other things you find yourself saying, I need all the time? Like, if you're here watching this, what are the things that you need? You say this word all the time. I need
help. I always say that. I need help.
Here's the crazy thing as a leader. Let's take I need help, right? The truth is you don't need anything. You don't need anything. Now, why do I say that? If you look at the word need, right? Need is conditional. All need is conditional, right? So as a leader, you want to be a leader. When you're talking about the word need should throw up an immediate red flag, right? Because if I need something, I only need it in order to get something else. Need is conditional. Like, for example, Rigo, I need help. For what? Do you need someone to paint your house? Do you need someone to fix the pool? Do you need someone to fix the internet connection? Do you need someone to make you a sandwich? Do you need someone to, what do you need? So see what I'm saying already? Like, whenever I say I need help, if there's a billion people in the room, which would be a hell of a room, but they'd have a billion different ideas of what exactly you meant, right? Because why? Because we don't know the conditions. We don't know the conditions of your need. We just hear you say, I need help. And then a lot of us will turn around, oh yeah, I need help too. You must be like me. And so then we have this kind of like mass delusion together that need is real, because if your need is real, then my need is real. And then we can take less responsibility as leaders, and just feel good that, well, that's just this thing. People need help.
Now, real quick, the need seems to be a little vague too, right, Coach? I mean, what I need usually has something else to it, right? There's more to it. I can't just say I need this. It just seems a little vague. Isn't it a little vague to say something like that?
So it's not necessarily. So if you're going to be vague if you're saying like I need time or I need help, right? But you can't be vague. I don't care how specific you get. Like, go ahead in the comments, something you think you absolutely need. Like, you got me cornered. Like, you cannot say, Coach Kevin, that I don't need insert what here. Like, is it cash? Is it accounts receivable closed? Is it whatever it is? It's a myth, right? Because it's all need is conditional. Let's go all the way down to the bottom, right? Let's say air. I get a lot and when I'm giving this lesson. Well, I need air, right? Because without air, what? Without air, I die, right? But here's the deal. Do you really need air? Because people opt out of air every single day. Anthony Bourdain, Kate Spade, and lots of people. Unfortunately, suicide is a very real thing. And these people have figured out, man, even my life itself is optional. I'm going to opt out. Now, I think it's tragic, and I hope that we start to handle our mental illness issues. Check this out. If I don't even need air, because I can opt out of air, I only need air if I want to survive. Now, I want to survive. So cool, I need air. But as a leader, the word need is not going to serve me. As a leader, the word need is not going to get me anywhere. It's not going to tell the people I'm leading where we're going. Because it just says what I need, what I'm missing. It doesn't say where I want to go. So if I have a lack of air, right, I need air. What does that really accomplish? I want to get my head above the water so I can breathe, so we can get out of this mud and get on to the next, which we can all make more money at. Perfect. Now I'm talking about what I want. I don't need air. I want to live. Awesome. That is very different. Even though in context of not having air, wanting to live and needing air are the same thing. Once we shift from need to want, now we can be powerful leaders, and now we can forward. It's not just about need. Need is always conditional. Need is this endless loop where want gets us to like, okay, here's where we're going, right? So when you say, Rigo, I'll pick on you for a little while since you're on the call here with me. When you say I need help, what is it that you had in mind that time? I know at different times, I'm sure it's different things.
Yeah, no, you know what? That at that time, I'm thinking I need help in regards of bookkeeping.
So think about it. If you want to be a powerful leader, we can't just leave it at need. It's cool. Look, I'm not saying never think the word need. I know you're going to think it, right? It's going to just naturally come up because your mind is going to say, oh shit, we need this. But remember, conditionally to something else that we want. If you can move past what we need, man, now we start to be, so let's dissect this. We'll stick with this example, Rigo. So we started, I need help. And now it's like, well, actually, I need bookkeeping help. So then why? What is it that you want on the other side of that help?
Yeah, that's right. So then if I'm looking at that example, what I want is I want my numbers tighter, right? I want my books tighter, right? I don't want to have to, I don't want to question
why do you want that? A lot of people
because then I can make, right? Because I can make better financial decisions for how I'm going to invest for my business.
Perfect. So watch the need help. We go from I need help to I need a bookkeeper to I need my numbers to be tight. Why? Because I want to have good information and data to make better decisions with. Now, when I go to the team and I'm like, hey, I need help with these books, they're a mess. What vision have I really laid out as a leader? All I've really done is said, this thing is broken. I've really not taken anyone anywhere. I've really not showed them where I want to go. But watch this. Hey, I need help. Look, I'm still saying it, right? Because I just want to, because I know that's where you're going to be. I need help. I need help with the books because I want us to make the best possible decision possible on how to allocate our resources and people. In order to do that, we need to have some like tight books. So I want our books to be clean and tight moving forward so we can make great decisions. Who can help me to create books that will actually get me there? I don't know if you can see the total difference there. You're painting now a picture of where you want to go. What is the problem that we want to solve? And people can kind of self-select or not, whether they have skills to get that, or maybe they know to kind of get behind that vision and move with you. Where just kind of walking into a meeting and bitching, I need help, will defeat everything because it's very victim mentality. Because you're saying, well, I should have already had it, but now I don't. I need help.
No, that makes perfect sense. I mean, what you're saying, Coach, is, you know, we understand a lot of times before you know where you're going, right? Or, you know, how to get somewhere, you need to know where you're going. I said that backwards. It's easy to say. We know this. It makes sense. It just makes sense if I'm using a GPS. But in our language, we literally do the opposite. Even though we know, right?
I think what happens is we just kind of assume everyone's in our head with us. And so that we assume a lot of things. So when you're, hey, we need good books. We're assuming that our employees or whoever else is in the room understands the value and the benefit of those good books moving the whole organization forward. But that's a crazy assumption. I mean, that's a crazy, even I need air, even though like 10 people in a room could all agree they need air, they're all breathing and living this. They're really not all using air for the same thing. I mean, yes, they're using air to convert, get oxygen into their blood to stay alive, but what's that life about? That's where we start to tell a powerful story that our employees and the people that we lead can get behind. Is when we get out of I need. Well, I need help. great. I mean, awesome. Nobody can really rally around that. And the other thing about need is it's going to keep you stuck in what you don't have. Like you said, to get anywhere, what you need is two things. You need to know where you are, right? And then you need to know where you're going. Now you can plot a course if you actually know those two things. Now, this is why telling the truth is so important, because if you aren't actually where you say you are, you're always going to be mapping out imaginary routes that can't be had because you're not really where you say you are, right? And if you're not honest about what you want, same thing. You'll always be getting somewhere, but it won't be where you want. It'll be where people think you're supposed to be, etc. Okay, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day.
Yeah, you're getting deep.
It's like, hey, if we're going to get here, we need, all right, awesome. There's nothing wrong with seeing what we're lacking through need. Like, there's nothing with seeing that, hey, we're going to come up a little short. We're missing this. As a powerful leader, though, if we can communicate that through want, we'll be in a creative space. We'll be in a space where we are laying out a vision that people can get behind, help, and move us towards. And this is such a powerful concept. You can literally eliminate the entire word need from your vocabulary. You've seen me struggle with it even on this call, right? Like, it's not something that's going to happen tomorrow. But every time you see, I need, well, wait, why do I need that? Okay, and then let's talk about that, right? I need my daughter, 16 years old, going on a date, to put on a different outfit. Well, wait, why? Why do I need it? I don't really need that. She doesn't really need that. But what is it that I want? I want her to be awesome, happy, safe, everything. And I'm nervous about her outfit for some reason. Why? Well, because like I have this story that this outfit will create a certain illicit response in little boys, and I don't like what they're going to think about. So if I go straight to, hey, the outfit's the problem, I need you to change, I'm going to have an issue, right? Like, because that conversation is not going to get us anywhere. If I go to what I really want, which is for her to be respected and loved inside of a relationship, now things can get really interesting, because now I can have a real conversation. What I'm expressing to you is exactly what happened between me and my daughter Isabella. I eventually started telling, hey, look, here's why I want you to change. It's not really even that I want you to change. I just want you to be respected and safe. And I don't know these guys. It's not that I don't trust you. I just don't trust them. And that's kind of fucked up. Like, that's kind of weird, right? So what helped? And then we had a real conversation where she understood I was loving and protecting her, and not just trying to like lock her down, right? When I got
and that's because you're clear, right? Because you're clear on the fact that you're saying, this is what I want, right? This is the end result of what I want.
Exactly. Want lays out a vision. Want lays out where we're really going. Want is powerful, creative, and what leaders do. The fact that you want it is enough. People will make up all these things. It's like we feel like we can't give ourselves permission to do anything unless we need it, right? I need to lose 10 pounds, or I need to get a new customer. We're tapping into scarcity to try to drive ourselves forward. You know, we're like setting fire to the ground to make us run. This is a horrible way to live, and it keeps us living in burnout and overload. Right? The truth is, you don't need a new customer. You don't even need your business. You can shut it down. You never needed your business, right? You don't need a house. You don't need any. You go live under a bridge. I mean, that's not what I want. I want a great house. I want a great family. I want a thriving business. Cool. So then let's get into that space there, instead of pretending like we need a whole bunch of things.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'll leave you with this analogy as we wrap up. Imagine that you are on the ground and there's a 2x4 on the ground in front of you, just laid out 10 feet long, and you just walk across that 2x4. It's not really that hard. I mean, you might, get a little wobbly. If I drop off the ground 6 feet, now it gets scary.
Changes.
Yeah. At the same time, you're probably not going to die falling 6 feet, right? But it's like, if I pick that 2x4 up between two 10-story buildings, man, feel the urgency of it, right? Now you need to not fall.
Yeah.
But also, I need to get across it. So what do I do as a person? A lot of times I set fire to the building behind me. Now, if the building behind me is on fire, I'll run across that board. I'll figure it out. I might hold on. But I'll find a way across, right? So a lot of times what we're doing when we keep saying need, is we're setting that fire behind us to chase us forward. But that makes us personally frantic. Structure your teams. Better than living in need is living in want. Here's what I want. Here are the numbers that I want. And if you get me the numbers that I want, then here's what I want to pay you on the other side for having gotten these numbers. Very positive, very vision laying out a vision and allowing people to come behind and help. So that's all I got for today.
Love it.
Thank you for being here on the Language of Leadership. Remember, turn every need to want, and you will become a powerful, driven leader.
Hey, listen, I hope you guys got something out of this. If you listened and you got your notes in, trust me, this is a big one. Just changing your words from need to want. Try it. The next time you're going to sit there and have a quick conversation, as soon as you hear the word need, stop for a moment and try understanding the want and watch what happens just in your own process of getting to where you really want to be. And you might be shocked. Coach Kevin, thank you so much again for being here with us with Language of Leadership. We will see you guys next Monday for another word from Coach Kevin as we break it down. So, Donnie, why don't you go ahead and get us out of here, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you very much for being